actually can elevate further than expectation. As said, if FNATIC push on this map, that would be an upset and a half. Liquid have been exceedingly dominant here, and Liquid will be starting on the defensive side, and FNATIC looking like they want to kick things off, leaning towards B with a bit of a 3-2 split.
It's FNATIC looking to pretty quick, actually. Yeah, going to smoke off the turret and get the door closed as well to mark it, and maybe play this a little bit more aggressively. Scream got a lot of pressure, though. Magnum eventually will deal with him. Does get a kill to open things up.
Yeah, for now, beyond that Omen lurk, yeah, it's Mystic. Look at that. Beautiful work. Soulcast can't trade out more than that. Leaving Yampy very, very isolated. Link's a mile away, but they don't check on him. No way! Yampy gets away with daylight robbery. 2 huge kill pickups. And now Boaster left in the 1v2, feeling a little rough around this. He does not know where Link is. He's been unaccounted for. Now, Boaster just has to make a mad guess. And, well, so far, he's guessed quite nicely. But does he go A, or does he hit the brakes and see if he can catch that rotation? No, he is going all the way around towards A here.
Did retrieve a Frenzy as well. All the way in mid, so we'll get a clean plant here. No utility left, but the Recon Bolt obviously back off cooldown. We'll get a clean plant now. Yampy at 97, Link at 100 HP. Both with a little armor left as well, and they're going to stack up. Going to be really difficult for both. He's got to catch one of them here.
He has to. Gonna hear the steps. The timing's everything on this. You could see the consideration on the push here. Gonna try and get that flank around the world. We go Hypoc. The plant's in the open as well. This isn't bad, but the timing's gonna be everything on this. He has to play this perfectly. And step by step, they close in, none the wiser, expecting the traditional post-plant positioning from Boaster, but no, he bides his time. Link's sitting this, though. He has to try and deny it. Gotta get in there. No more time left to mess around. They got it to halfway, but Yampy, the savior of Liquid in this round alone.
Yeah, and I mean, his hand is forced out. The worst thing possible is that they smoke off and try and stick that, which is exactly what they do. He has to hop off and give away an audio cue. Can only find the one. But what a round. I mean, initially the hold was great, and you're right, Yampy just going completely unchecked. Almost picks up all 3 here. The fact that Boaster actually escapes here with the spike as well, manages to slip all the way into spawn. Good try from him nonetheless, but Yampy will close things out.
Now we do see Sheriffs coming out, though, on the other side here for FNATIC. 3, Frenzy and the Classic. And on the other side, a very reserved investment. Spectres. All the utility, all the goodies that go alongside it, but still plenty of chance of threat here. We have to see if there's any danger going to come through. We see the aggression being shown by Yampy a little. Already starting to explore on the other side of the map, take some territory. Scream going to be on red alert, and lovely aim. The man looks unfazed by this flash out as well. Goes for a little info peek, but it's Yampy. And there's that timing we were talking about, and that aggression we were talking about. It works well. Mystic against immeasurable odds. Going to be found. And a comfortable, clean round for Team Liquid.
Yep, 4 survive. 4 weapons carried through as well. No armor repurchase required either, so a really good opportunity to ride this out, get a really comfortable bonus going.
1 enemy remaining.
See, really, again, early on, difficult to really say how, but with Yampy doing things like that, as soon as obviously some presence is shown in mid, he's able to walk through for free and pick up Boaster from behind. He will actually, yeah, Yampy riding the Sheriff through this, and it's looking like an NA setup here on A main, Lauren.
Just a little bit.
A little bit, yeah? I've seen that before.
I have definitely been watching my NA games, you know. Durka, though, carrying on forward. The crossfire is in place. Link on one side, Scream on the other. Durka does dive on through, but there it is. Great work. Manages to find a clean fight on Link. No trade available for Scream, but he does find Boaster in the back lines. Swings for more on the left, but Durka outdoes, and now the site's theirs.
Numbers as well. Soulcast has managed to slip through, though. Can he catch one? No. Will actually get traded out. He does find Magnum, though. Cryptix as well. Creeps his way through. All 3 members of FNATIC stacked into hell. Cryptix actually gives away the info with a step. They line up, though. A lot of damage done. Doma and Mystic down to 47 and 62, but able to trade down. FNATIC will get back on the board, but a decent bonus. 3 kills for Liquid. Scream obviously getting his ultimate online, and Yampy as well, I think I just saw. Again, the early objectives
Spike down A.
do lean in Liquid's favor at least.
I have to just once again highlight Durka in that round, the value of those entries. Isolating Link, able to convert then towards Scream, turning that into 2 individual 1v1s was fantastic.
Yeah, and Durka's got his Bladestorm online here, so he can ride this through with obviously the kills going in favor of Liquid in the previous round. Also going to get the tag. I'd see the... Says Fury going to get popped, but Yampy going to float away to safety. Link actually goes unchecked all the way in the corner of Heaven. We'll find Durka as he tries to close that distance.
Already though, Scream gonna just try and put his body on the line. Doesn't quite get as much as he'd want, I imagine, from that. Yampy now going to take on over. Viper ultimate now comes down. Trade out on the site. Down to a 4v3, but the spike is going down as we speak. Boaster puts it into place, and Doma did find Yampy, so that's taken out the op from this one of the most aggressive players. Cryptic's next to try and test this, but they're living in that Viper ult. They don't need to leave. They'll do just fine. Soulcast clears Doma, though. And now things are getting a little bit sketchier. Boaster trying to make it count, but he can't make it connect as well as he'd like. And now Mystic left in the 1v3. Spike's near him. He does get one good work. Tries to readjust, dip away into that smoke, fade away unnoted. And Mystic keeping his head down, pinging out the spike. The teammates letting him know where it's at. Sitting this right now, another victim added. As Mystic almost gets all 3, but Scream says no. And the defuse should come in.
Really, really well played by Mystic there. Again, working the Viper's bit perfectly. Again, Yampy keen to get down from Heaven on that retake. See him just full-on challenge Doma, who was the only member, I think, outside of the Viper's pit. Yeah, plays this perfectly. As soon as he hears that drop from Cryptics. All good. Able to isolate that kill, but Scream comes through with a trade. Actually, a reasonable distance inside that ult as well, so fair play to him for picking that one up.
Yampy back on the op, though. Seen this become quite commonplace. Scream going to be on short, however. Yampy more patrolling towards middle. Scream being forced away, having to go through the motions, as FNATIC will be using all that good utility, Magnum's full kit to just clear off short, keep the op, and anyone trying to be aggressive away from those kind of, I guess, brave peaks that can come out. Durka just going to soak some damage off of that one, takes a fair crack of it, down to 42.
As Magnum has managed to slip through this gap, actually with Scream falling away. I'm not entirely sure, but Scream still comes out on top, but Doma stacked up will find the trade.
Okay, I guess that's somewhat handled that problem. And I say somewhat really lightly because there's definitely a vulnerability here. Yeah, Link is in a world of trouble. The rotations are cut off. There is no help coming anytime soon. Link is going to be called upon to be the saving grace of this side. Yampy's trying to get back to him. Soulcast too, but they are super close to this. Expect the swing in Heaven, and Link can't deal with it. There's too many bodies on the site. Doma can back away now. They do allow a little bit more freedom for Liquid to play back in, but the spike going to go down. No, denied.
They'll go down to 2 HP as well, so I think just have to hold tight for the time being. Plant will go through now. Yampy, look for him to try and make something happen. Durka will fall. We know he was low HP, but look at this just outside the smoke. Doma lurking, waiting for Yampy to show his face. Gotta deal with this kill here.
Oh, the 50-50. He goes for it, and he just committed towards tree side, but Doma waited so patiently. In we go. Soulcast lives on down. Does find Mystic, actually, and now Boaster's in trouble. No, still fine. Back to the wall. Boaster somehow keeps his cool and gets it back on the board for FNATIC.
Really well played down. Actually, the lockdown invested fairly late on into that retake, and in a weird spot. I guess they were able to see exactly where that one was placed from the other side of the wall because it's dealt with immediately. FNATIC will put their second on the board now. Liquid, economy-wise, I mean, looking like Scream wants to make something happen here. Let's swap back out to the Guardian. Plus Sheriff's and a shorty on the side of Cryptics as well. Well, straight away, the Guardian's off the board.
Imagine there's a world where Durka loses that fight, potentially. depression. Spain without the S. Not to be, though. And there's the information. Going to be relayed through. No massive stacks or anything that's kind of, you know, potentially made to catch them off guard. More of a standard 2-2 remaining.
Is FNATIC gonna slow things down a little bit, try and get some control here. At least figure out where the remainders of Liquid are. What? Durka just actually managed to get the kill onto Soulcast on lane through the wall there. I guess on the back of that tag. Cryptic's now with the short. He's going to try and close the distance. A lot of damage done to Magnum, but not going to find the kill. Yampy over the top. Just burst through with a Guardian just to try and find a kill, and he will do. But not going to matter too much. There is Magnum as well, who already had taken some damage.
I don't know if you're going to be able to get any of these guns away. Durka's on the case. Yeah, got him. Caught him as soon as he was going to step on through. And FNATIC stabilizing now. We have to kind of talk about this because, again, Liquid do hold a very resounding record on this map. It's something that's seemingly stuck with them with this roster and kind of carried on being one of their strongholds as a team. But FNATIC don't seem as though they're going down without a fight here. They are keeping quite close in this.
Last player standing.
How's that from Yampy? It just makes me think back whatever series it was. It the previous Liquid FNATIC one where he was just like dashing in, just every single round. Look at A lobby. Whereas this time, there's that Molly once again going to chew away the Doma's HP down to 64 already in the early round. Know what VOD Sliggy's been watching.
Man does his homework. And Yampy just wants information. He just wants that little extra step, but stays his nerves. Doesn't overpeak, doesn't overplay it, falls away. This does look like an eventual mid-piece towards B, at least where the spike currently resides. Durka starting to clear very slowly, but there's a lot of utility in their way. Of course, Killjoy is still very present here.
Doma actually sticks the DP and Cryptix is there waiting. The reinforcements come through. Boaster falls elsewhere as well. He's all the way over in mid now, and Soulcast nearly loses his life. Magnum actually looking like he's going to try and convert this kill. Inside, and actually Soulcast comes out on top of it. A little overzealous. Cryptix lands a headshot as well. Mystic will respond, but last man standing now in a 1v4. Not much longer for this world.
Yeah, not today. Liquid that time able to kind of manage very well. The initial kind of grab towards that pressure towards A. You saw the damage going on through. They seemed all too prepared for that.
Indeed, it's things like Boaster getting picked off here in mid as well by...
No more secrets.
Again, Liquid just leaving kind of contingencies across the map. Even if this comes through, it relies a lot on Cryptix, but they deal with these other threats.
Scanning ahead.
Early A lobby control kind of out of the question, something that Liquid have kind of put quite high on the priority list. Mid take seems to be maybe a response that FNATIC are toying with the idea of here. So Soulcast gonna have to do his work, as Durka is already gaining that mid control.
Yeah, it's been... I mean, he's got reinforcements here. He does have Doma stacked up behind him. Really more of a fact-finding mission here with Liquid playing so deep. They don't want to give away this information. There's actually a paranoia sent through from mid as well. Does catch screen, but you're going to escape around the safety of that Viper wall. Now, there's 3 bodies here for Liquid on site.
Yeah, a bit of a burst, but I like this work from Durka, but he's only going to find Link for now. No, double down, make it scream. Now, the problem is FNATIC now have garnered the site. They need Yampy to find some control on short, and he does by picking off Boaster. Where is that spike? It is not in a good position. That is a huge problem. FNATIC now having to put so much in just to try and get this back. Yampy is watching this cross, but look at the Omen's position. Look at Doma here. He has garnered so much control. Yampy finds Mystic, but Dirk is on the run. He needs to get towards B right here, right now. Time. He's got 12 seconds to get towards this side. He cannot be slowed down. He cannot be stopped. Gets on in. Spike to be planted. Is on Doma now to keep him safe. No quick plays back in, though, from Liquid, as now they have to mount the perfect playback. Did Cryptics catch a glimpse of Doma there?
I think he might have done. Oh, Durka! He hops up on lane. We'll find Soulcast and B. Look at that.
Dear.
Now Cryptics' position's revealed. They're about to win this. Numbers against some Yampy, operator in hand.
This does feel like one of those weird Yampy rounds, though. Not going to check the back. No. Durka and Doma. That combination, Hypok. Talk me through it there.
I mean, just the anticipation there from Durka. Cryptics tucks in. He's done absolutely the right thing to wait. Wait for somebody from FNATIC to give something away, but Durka almost forces his hand by finding that pick onto Soulcast in B main. So well played. And on the back of that kill, Doma then just he knows that Cryptic's gonna be like, what the hell just happened? I have to peek. I have to try and trade that out. Doma just finds the freest kill onto him, and then the last man standing is Yampy with the operator. So difficult to then recover that position with that weapon.
Scanning ahead.
Ultimate popped. It's gonna be Yampy. We've seen this 3-play stack towards A. A lot of attention towards that A lobby control. And Durka on mid duty again, trying to thread that needle, keep that pressure map wide.
Come on, let's go.
Scream. Ult comes out, needs to go for a run, see as much as he can do, and this is going to now work well with Yampy. Yampy did play up short at the same time, so forcing FNATIC further forward, almost into the arms of Yampy himself. FNATIC now need to respond in kind themselves. Push up, get the job done, but Soulcast catching the cross, but only good for one. Durka breaks back in. Trades have been good for this man, but Cryptic's now trying to play the site so well. Tries to keep his cool here, finds one, isolates Dirk, and gets a second. Cryptics, huge catch on the side, and Yampy makes it in time. Beautiful play from Liquid.
Cryptics plays his life so effectively though. He's got all of his utilities set for lane, so he knows that all he has to do is worry about stairs. He knows that nobody can swing for free here. First kill comes on Durka, the second comes through. You can see here the Nano Storm just forces Mystic back into the waiting arms of Yampy with the Blade Storm.
Right here. Right here.
Good little combination there, wasn't it? Quite tasty. Now, money-wise, though, I'm looking at FNATIC. Boaster a little in the bin with his buy, and Mystic not far off it either. You can see what they do on a little bit of a lower-ish buy. Dirk are going to lean forward. We've seen this damage before. This is a constant element that Liquid like to do, is this, again, a lobby control that they run on a regular basis. Dirk has a nice amount of HP. Going to be worked in towards A. See if you can get a quick pick, and they're trying to work off the back of that tag, but Scream once on the swing, but too many targets, too many opportunities, and Yampy now noted already, spotted out. The tag came in, but he's actually going to sit back towards the same position. He's still in here. He's going to be found. No, he actually gets away with his life. I do not know how this man is still standing. And he's got support. Soulcast from up above finds Magnum. Can't quite get beyond Doma, though. Soulcast can. And now down to the 2v2. This is not over yet.
Yampy able to survive for so long there. Now puts Mystic and Boaster in a 2v2 situation. Both now with weapons. Cryptics does have the lockdown available. We know he invested it previously, but with the Viper Spit, it's going to make it very difficult for Cryptics to get some control back onto short here. Turret going to give away Mystic's position and the alarm bot for good measure. And yeah, lockdown invested here.
Two players doubled up on short, though. They're both ready for this. Soulcast on the other side as well. Cryptics. Wait, Mystic. What?
Did they both just sit in it? Did they take other damage? I mean, the decay's coming through anyway, but again, lockdown invested. He's sat waiting with both snake bites, and it only takes one. You see here, yeah, look,
1
down
HP.
to 1 HP.
Player standing.
One step, boom. Oh dear, the combination of that. Oh. 5-5.
Actually looking messy purchase here. 2 Spectres. Oh no, sorry, actually, no mistake. Scream actually does have a Phantom, but Link on the Spectre. Can't be back on that operator. How's I'm going to come through? Either way, I guess at least Link's position there because of the paranoia. And then again, yeah, does have to deal with the recon bulb, but Scream going to land some damage onto Durka through the smoke. Going to keep them honest for the time being. Outside A main. FNATIC going to drift away. Like, actually, they want to try and get a really good grip on this mid control here. Yampy stuck behind this trap wire, though. He can't go exploring. He wants to.
Just like jaws being held back by like a fish, like, you know, little net, like tiny little string keeping him at bay. As pressure on short's gonna build. Soulcast is trying to get the attention to allow Scream to swing, but actually Scream gets outdone. Beautiful take from FNATIC. I have no idea how they just won that out so cleanly. And now they get the site all to themselves. Plant's gonna come in. Everything's gone perfect.
He's got the timing and the position on this as well. He's gonna hear Yampy hopping up to short.
Last player
There
standing.
you go, yeah. Finally. Deals with him. Cryptic's the last man standing. Finds himself in a 1v4, and FNATIC have an absolute death grip on the A site in the post plant. Utility set up as well. Not an awful lot for him to do here. You can find a consolation, but look how deep FNATIC are playing this. There you go. Snake bite comes through, yeah. They don't need to risk anything.
Post plants. They don't need to. They're chilling. Look at this. I mean, this is going to be the new thing going forward, right? Like, I was watching... Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Rounds theirs anyway. But I was watching a little bit of NA, and some of these post plants coming out from these players. It's the same with FNATIC though. It's like if they get into a post plant with Viper still up, you know, with Sova still around, good luck. Let alone when you add in like Astra to this new meta of post plant era. Ooh, I don't envy these teams right now.
Was that in the last round? And with that purchase in the previous. I don't know what kind of locker room chat went down today, but 3 judges once again here leaning heavily on that weapon today. Cryptic does have himself a Vandal Scream on the Frenzy, but no ultimates available for them. Urka and Boaster one away. Soulcast actually early on going to show exactly what he's got packing in B main and get revealed as well, but he's already found I mean, more than enough for that. 1 kill's enough in my eyes.
Such a nuisance. This round's horrible. Nothing about this feels good. Soulcast is still here. Boaster's found Scream. No! Tries to run away, gets caught in the heels. Oh no. The judge removed from 1 player at least, and we have 2 more on the board with Link and Yampy.
Well, Link actually just upgraded at top mid there. Did get his hands onto a Vandal. We know Cryptic's still got one as well. Magnum anticipating. I mean, all of FNATIC actually anticipating that Liquid are going to push down and try and convert on this early damage in B main at least. 30 seconds left on the clock. FNATIC, not an awful lot of time to reset off this, so it's looking like they're going to have to commit to B.
I have the spike. Shadows
Cryptic's,
traveling.
that rifle
Shadows traveling.
might sting here. Link's got himself 1-2. Let's see where they're going to take this. Uh-oh.
Report stopped.
Yampy says, nope. Not right now. You're going to head right on in towards Cryptix at the back towards the side. This is great work from Cryptix. Waited so patiently, and somehow they convert this round.
Again, it comes down to a round where Cryptix is he just sits there,
Switching sides.
plays off his utility perfectly, and actually Liquid lean a little further away from B for that reason exactly. Again, with the time diminishing, FNATIC's hand is forced, and they don't have the time to make this disciplined clearance through all these close angles. They just have to commit to running down lane on top of that alarm bot. Really well played again from Cryptix on B side.
6-6. So again, context for those tuning in. This has been probably the strongest Liquid map across the board, right? I'd say this has been one of their best to lean into. And right now, FNATIC are pushing them. Now, be it off the back of a lot of great work from Durka earlier on, lots of entries, lots of power coming towards that A site take. We saw it several times. But at this point, beyond that, I want to see how they fare now they have the side switch. I want to see if they look just as diligent on this side around. Liquid, we know they're very capable, especially off the back of what Scream can do with that utility that we've highlighted And, you know, the desk highlighted coming into it now.
And previously, Liquid did actually go 9-3 on their defensive half. So, in terms of FNATIC, this is a big win, really, to get a tie game at half-time. So Mystic's
I
still
love
going
that.
to hold on to that. What?
Was Mystic jump spotting at the back of sight to allow the swing to go? Oh, that was such a nice little setup. These are the little kind of like synergy pieces that FNATIC run that are gorgeous work. Durka, though, under pressure. How does he do that?
Spike down.
How does he get away with that?
I have no words. He still has the cloud burst in hand when the first player swings through. That is absolutely... Look at that. Link's fully out of the first smoke, and he still gets the better of him. That's insane
Absolute
from
nutter.
Durka.
Ooh. 7-6. I think it's a fair assumption to see it go to 8-6. Quite the purchase, actually, for Liquid. We do have the Marshal out with the Sheriffs.
Oh, Judge. Interesting. Only really a spike and a trap wire to hold on to a side. And there you go. Actually, Scream gonna hear the sound cue on that one, but two players stacked up in tree. Feel like they're gonna at least give up entry and play retake. Yampy's gonna dash on, try and clear some of these angles. He's not gonna find anybody on site though.
Durka up towards heaven on this. Gonna hear ya. Stop it. Stop it, Durka. Just leave him alone. Let him have a shot at this. Magnum's just spraying away at that cross. Gonna find Cryptics. No problem there. You're down to Scream, Link, and Soulcast. Link gonna be working up from Cat towards Doma and Magnum. Tag, but no frag. And they fall away back towards middle.
I guess who's just been jump spotting the entire time on B?
30 seconds left.
There he is. There's the little hoppy boy at the back of sight. It's such a good idea though. Okay, Bosa's got contact. I want to see what he does with this. Mid becomes a little bit scary, so he has to fall away carefully. Time. 10 seconds. That's all they've got to play with now.
10
And they've got
seconds
utility still left. 8 seconds. I think they're out of time on this, honestly. Bosa can put his body on the line. Mystic can play his life, trying to deny that spike plant. But now there's a problem. Now
What?
Link finding Bosa's an issue. Mystic's low HP. Hold the phone. Bit of a drive-by on one, but they do take over the back of sight now. Post-bomb begins, and Doma's having none of this. Touches the spike for a second, forces the fight. And FNATIC stabilize after a little bit of danger began to mount.
I'm not sure if Mystic had used his snake bites preemptively in that round. I mean, it's almost the perfect scenario, right? Just throw one down the stairs there and lambs to the slaughter almost. But again, with Yampy clearing all this space solo, nobody really there to help him out on the front line. I guess that's because Scream has the Marshal. He wants to try and play anchor for Yampy to make that move. Durka picks up another freebie with the Ghost. Let's see. Because he's able to ride that out. Does have the operator here, but again, limited by elsewhere, and that's because Durka's going to have the Blade Storm on in the next round. So if, for example, they lose this, they can still get a purchase together. Durka obviously will die, receive one ult orb for that, and have the Blade Storm available. So while we're seeing Doma down on the Sheriff and 3 Spectres elsewhere.
Slow build towards 8, at least to start with. If you are just tuning in, wondering what this game is, it is the grand finals here, but both the teams, of course, are now qualified to get to Reykjavik. I'll be sitting, taking on the rest of the world soon, but before there we get to celebrate the best of the region, as Yampy going to lead the way forward. Past all the Owl drones trying to catch Magnum out, but you don't get to. Yampy has to deliver the bullet to the brain, even though the tag did come back in. But the double down from Cryptics is great. Finds Doma, and now you can see the problem starting to build. Both trying to get some chip damage done, but I don't think he got as much out of that as I thought.
Spike planted.
That's not bad.
Yeah. Decent damage onto Link with the second, though, you're right. Yampy 40-ish HP coming up and down with that wall, but Trying to hold on to control of Heaven. Soulcast still the way over in A main, so again, Yampy can afford to just sit like this. Now to just Boaster and Mystic on FNATIC here. Gonna work their way back in.
Save. Yeah. Mystic's out of that. He wants to keep that.
Boaster wants to do a little damage on the way out, but he's gonna miss Link on the cross. Maybe catch Yampy? No.
Player standing.
No, Yampy will best him there, and Mystic did actually reset with the Opera. I didn't catch that. Yeah, his pistol out whilst he was running, so... See, making it feasible to get a purchase together.
Screen down.
Close game, Hypoc. Very, very close game. 8-7 now. I still don't know how to really split this, if I'm honest, because I kind of thought Liquid across the board would look a little stronger, but some of the... It's those small set pieces that I keep seeing from FNATIC that I absolutely love. The little jump spot, excuse me, on the back of the site is great with this, you know, swing and Aldrone off the back of Sova. Just, again, small bits and pieces they bring out just to keep certain parts of the map a little bit safer, a little bit of a more unique hold. I really love it. Now, on the other side, though, for Liquid, we haven't quite seen that brute force yet from, you know, your Scream and Yampy show, but if it does start, this would be the time. There's the flash from Scream. Durka's still going to re-aggress towards the angle with that op, watching towards the top side, which would be Scream. And I think that's Yampy down below, already starting to build up here. Now, timing's a factor. And Scream gets him. That's big. That's Durka down. That's the op now removed as well. So that's a bit of a loss here. Still a player tucked towards back of sight, though. Magnum now called upon to try and maybe keep some space on the side. Doma wants to play through from short. Whether he steps further forward, though, yeah, that wall goes down. He's in trouble. Cryptics with a quick 2, joined in by Scream, will now control the site.
It's the same thing, and this is the thing I know Tom mentioned it as well. I mentioned it before this match started, but that wall alone created so many problems for Oxygen with these A-site executes from Liquid. And again, that just shows that it's so difficult to position to... There's so many different angles created just off the back of that one piece of utility. I mean, Doma throws the paranoia into that, and it's almost completely negated by the fact that they can just sit behind that for another couple of seconds, wait it out, and nobody wants to force their way through the wall and challenge to try and follow up on that. But I mean, the counter to that is set up close, and what happens? Durka just gets removed off the board immediately in that round. Like, the one counter is to set up close enough so that they can't get into a position to use that wall.
Yeah, this is the aggression off the back. Look at these two! This is fantastic stuff between the both of them. Now, an early attempt at that. Now, last time around, rolling mine back to Icebox, for example. It was a great read from Durka towards Yampy. This time Yampy's still alive, though, and Durka actually getting away with only 30 HP.
Right here.
Actually, Soulcast pinging out. Just saw that, pinging out Mystic's jump spot position. He does have the Hunter's Fury as well, potentially to force him off that, but running back, gonna get popped.
Omen utility specifically for that position. You can see it being... Wait. Okay, Mystic's still here. Mystic's still here. It didn't get cleaned out perfectly. And now there's a bit of a problem. Now keep in mind the weaponry is lighter for FNATIC. They don't have all the goodies, and Scream's got his gun. Soulcast has the ult, and it looks like Liquid should have this round.
So well played. And again, the wall from Scream just cuts off so many angles. It almost funnels FNATIC into just awkward spots where they're able to clear them out with relative ease, to be honest. Mystic, I mean, deals with to run it back. He has to eventually shut it down so that Scream can't get onto back sight, but another really, really clean execution from Liquid, and Soulcast again with the Hunter's Fury, clearing out some of those angles. And you mentioned it as well, Link throwing the paranoia through, knowing exactly where they're going to position to try and hold on to B.
Let us hunt.
Helps out on either side. Yampy trying to get that control build towards middle. Bit of a switch up in position here. We are seeing Magnum this time over towards his side. You can see as to why. A little bit of an adaptation on the older play rather than it being the Sova. I guess, you know, if it works, it works. Didn't quite do as much as I had expected, and Liquid re-aggressing now to try and take that B lobby control.
He's back there again. Get a tag on the spy cam, tried to follow up with some damage, but nothing actually going through, and Liquid will peel away. Wait. You never really expect a Jet to be dashing in like this with an operator. Right. Yeah, sure, Blade Store or a rifle, but Yampy just dashes over mid towards Pizza.
Yampy different. Alright. He truly be something else. I mean, he is the madman right now. I don't doubt it. He does too well for me to truly critique it. Cryptic's, though, gonna invest the ultimate to clear out the site. There is still, of course, the player at the back of the site, which will be Durka. Now, he is actually fine. Yeah, able to get away with this. Yampy did find Boaster in towards middle, if I'm not mistaken, trying to catch that cross, but now there's problems further afield. Liquid have taken the Cypher now, and Yampy's going to make it difficult for the reinforcements to get over here. Switching out to the Sheriff. Mystic. What is going on? What was that? Hypoc.
Mystic switching back and forth to the knife to try and jump spot that, but still a 1-for-1 trade. Magnum with the spray down. Durka down to 6 HP as well. It's going to make it really difficult to get back up. Oh no.
Someone check him PC. Please, someone check him PC. Imagine. If you know they're going to watch this game back and you're sat there just sweating. Durka did find one. Soul Gas! Sat at the back. Still does it all. And somehow Liquid are actually doing all right here. That was one of those weird rounds again. We've had so many of these weird wall bangs, some strange shots down middle, and then the shutdown by Soulcast.
Just look at this. It's literally like just draws a figure of 8 round all of hell with the Odin and eventually finds it. But this as well. Durka swinging with 6 HP to find the no scope in hell.
Get out of my way.
Oh, Yampy, he's off. The old Beyblade just letting it rip. Away he goes. Towards the site, takes control. That's all theirs. No one can stop that. This should be 11 on the board considering a lower end buy. Yes, they do have their ults, but whether or not you want to go for that here, just try and fight it back from 11. Yampy's just going to have a nice time to play with this.
Mystic will respond. Well, Magnum actually just misses back a screen there. Also, Soulcast out in wine as well. Going to make it really difficult for Magnum to get anything done, and actually will get cleaned up. Most don't do it. Don't knife the door, man.
One enemy remaining.
And a nano swarm kill for good measure. Why not?
But of course.
Does he find any exits? He's good for 1, I think.
Nah. Oh. There you go. You had faith. No. Yes. Don't. No. We don't take those.
Liquid will get to 11 rounds here. 3-round deficit for FNATIC to claw back into this. Durka back on the operator. Everything online for them ultimate-wise except for the Blade Storm. Still, the flip side, I mean, that quick hit came out because of the situation on the other side of the coin, which is Liquid did burn up a lot previously, and the closest being Scream once again to the run it back. I think that's probably one you can bet on him getting that online in this round.
Yeah. Pretty good for one. But again, timeout here was just called in by, I believe, FNATIC. So trying to maybe get a grip on this game before it gets to that almost impossible round. If Team Liquid gets 12, I don't think you get to pull those comebacks because there may be just a Scream, a Yampy, a Cryptix, any of them rounds. Scream, though, unable to get his way this time as the ultimate is going to be invested. Yampy.
Fishing again.
Ooh, that is making me nervous. Durka, though, going to try and take some space back towards middle. This is quite a forward-leaning hold actually coming out, so Durka's going to be put onto it. Yampy going to get across. Yeah, Durka has to fall off that.
And actually with the little bit of a bait there on the back. But Magnum actually swings all the way out. He's going to find Soulcast from behind. great response from FNATIC there to isolate a kill in mid, and actually Liquid forced to try and make something work on A, but there's already bodies over here.
You said it. We're not surprised when the ult comes online, but Scream going to try and lean forward, tries to open up for the trade, but Doma denies. Big double kill comes in. Link and Cryptics go down, and Boaster.
Beautiful.
Huge shutdown. That was a gorgeous play.
Actually, that's literally on the back of Magnum swinging out. He sees Soulcast trying to pull away. The call comes through. Straight away, FNATIC set up on A site, and I mean, the only thing invested here was the Viper Spit over on B, so they're going to hold on to all of this ultimate progression.
30 seconds left.
MP in a 1v5. Couple of players low HP, but 20 seconds left. He's going to have to start tapping them out. Nope. Really, really clean round from FNATIC there. It's actually, again, the bait to spot out Durka in mid, and the fact that he's able to escape. I think it was like 60 HP or something. But the response is perfect. As soon as that happens, Magnum's already creeping, and he knows that he can push through. Because Liquid are desperate to try and find that opener in mid, and it being Durka as well.
All right, 9-11 now. The build comes back in from FNATIC, but they need to find consistency. They have to continue to do this. Baiting the audio cues, potentially to keep players attentive towards the A site. You can see the rotation being drawn out by at least Boaster here, maybe even Durka sitting a little bit deeper just in case he has to hit that rotate. And a play up from short, it looks like.
Yeah, I was going to say, Link was about to walk, whether or not he's going to smoke that cross off or not, but... Oh no, Yampy dashes in under the cover of the Cloudburst, catches Boaster inside the Owl drone. It's going to be first blood Liquid. Doma under a lot of pressure right now.
Yeah, Yampy on the back of site already. Doma's just being sprayed away at. Yep. It's all his. Durka, though, is going to be up still towards heaven. Doesn't actually catch one on the way down towards the push through. Yampy just flies up there, fully blind, by the way. But luckily, Scream's got his back, so all said and done, Magnum a mile away from this. This looks like 12 will be achieved. Team Liquid going to get towards 12 here. And that will be sitting towards the 2-1 scoreline. And look, any other day of the week, yeah, that would be a GG. But no, we get to play the best of 5. So this now goes the distance, at least towards the next. Which is always going to be fun to see these guys have a good old game of it. I think both of us are thoroughly enjoying what we've seen so far.
Sure, Liquid kind of hitting that groove, that rhythm that we were sort of expecting towards the first half, but wasn't really that apparent. I mean, both teams respectively, you know, winning out majority-wise in the previous showing on this map on defense. Actually, Durka with a quick piece out, going to try and find one, but the turret's going to cause so many problems. Cryptics, maybe just wait out the paranoia there. First blood in favor of Liquid once again. Doma spotted on the cross to Wine as well.
Well, so far not so good. A little rough around the edges, and Boaster feeling pretty pressured already. The ultimate's going to come back in towards him. That's going to be him dead. Great work from Soulcast. Then the play from Yampy in middle. Sharp as anything. Mystic. Let me tell you the story of the 1v4. Hypok. Mystic, right? He was up towards heaven, right? Now it starts in a mad one. It wasn't this time, it was